The crystal that controls the signal frequency goes into two of the many holes in this special socket. Where the receiver has two bands, the transmitter has three. The ranges covered are from 3 to 5 megacycles with the switch over to the left, from 5 to 8 megacycles with the switch pointing straight up, and from 8 to 14 megacycles with the switch turned to the right. These are a few of the crystals for the frequencies you are to work on. They may all be within one band limit, or scattered through the three ranges, depending on your particular schedule of operations. They're marked in kilocycles instead of megacycles, but it's easy to convert kilocycles into megacycles. Simply divide the kilocycles by 1,000. Dividing by 1,000 is the same as moving the decimal point 3 figures to the left, and a crystal frequency of 6,180 kilocycles and becomes 6.180 megacycles. This crystal of 6,180 kilocycles, or 6.18 megacycles, plugs into its proper socket holes, and the band change switch goes in the 5 to 8 megacycle position, since 6.18 megacycles lies in the 5 to 8 megacycle range. The 7 holes in the crystal socket are there to accommodate the many kinds of pins found on the crystals made by different manufacturers. The 4 holes at the bottom are wired together to make a connection for one of the crystal pins. The other 3 holes at the top are also wired together to make the connection for the other pin. Plug the crystal in, one pin in the top group and the other pin in the bottom group, using only the holes that fit snugly around the pins. There's a trap here to look out for. Some crystals can be plugged crosswise into the socket, which is wrong. You can do it with the 2 small pins, putting them into this medium and this large hole. And the 2 medium pins can go crosswise, too, into this medium and this large hole. Doing this is the same as putting both pins in one hole. The crystal circuit is not completed, and the set won't work. One pin must be in the top group and the other pin in the bottom. Don't forget. In common practice, the receiver, transmitter, and power supply are all hooked up together, and receiver operation only requires the switch to be thrown to the RCVR position. In this position, the transmitter antenna and ground are automatically connected to the receiver, thus saving you the time and trouble of rigging a separate receiver antenna. There are only a few points to running a transmitter. Put in the right crystal, tune the tank tuning knob, and adjust the antenna coupling switch. Of course, the band selector switch has to be on the right frequency, and the trans-receive switch pushed to trans. The strength of the signal for the antenna is regulated by the antenna coupling switch, and the passage of this strength into the antenna is made possible by adjusting the tank tuning knob to resonance. The antenna strength of the signal is shown by the brightness of the flashlight bulb or the deflection of the needle in the RF meter, whichever the set is equipped with. The brighter the bulb, or the more the needle is deflected, the stronger the signal. Many of the sets have the bulb built into them instead of the meter, because the bulb will stand more rough handling than the meter will, and give just as good an indication for operating purposes. However, after the bulb reaches a certain brightness, it's impossible to tell if further adjustments would make it any brighter. For this reason, a dimming knob for the bulb has been built into the set. Turn it to the right to full-on position when starting to tune. And if the bulb becomes too bright, dim it down by turning this knob to the left, so the results of further adjustments can be seen. You can't send a message with the tank tuning knob at its brightest position, as the crystal may not follow all the key movements. It'd follow on the dashes, but some or all of the dots might be missing. Correct this by turning the tank tuning knob off slightly from the brightest bulb position. Work the key in normal dot and dash fashion and see if the bulb lights up at each keying. If it doesn't, recheck the tuning until it does light up at every operation of the key. When detuning slightly, you'll find that turning the knob in one direction will make the bulb go out almost instantly, but turning in the opposite direction will gradually dim it down. Always detune in the direction of gradual dimming. Now you're ready to send. Here's our man again, making a last check before tuning up. Dimming switch full on. Band switch on the 5 to 8 range. Crystal 618. Coupling switch to the left on number 1. Hold the key down and turn the tank tuning knob for brightest bulb. That's no good. The bulb won't even light. Try the next tap and tune the tank again. Well, the bulb lights, but it's very weak. Try the next one, number 3. Oh, too bright. Dim the bulb with the dimming switch and tune some more. That's it. There. Now the next tap. Tune the tank. That's better. That's brighter than 3. Maybe the next will be brighter yet. No, it's weaker. Back a point is best. Tune it up. Bright, bright, there. Now, detune a little bit. And try the key, dots and dashes. The bulb lights every time, not a single miss. We're ready to go. To send another bit of information back. The set has none of the refinements and luxuries of a larger modern radio with its complicated precision machinery. It has been cut down to the bare essentials. But the base stations that follow your schedules have a large amount of the finest, most powerful receiving and transmitting equipment that can be produced. And they have the personnel to back it up, to maintain 24-hour radio watches for weeks on end, listening for your signals, trying to contact you should circumstances disrupt the schedule you had planned upon. Their power, their number, and their personnel are all there for the one purpose of connecting you at all times to your operations base.